The global cocaine market is worth an estimated $90 billion. The two largest markets for cocaine are found in the United States and in Europe. The African market for cocaine might be worth about $3 billion. It's very small compared to the primary markets. Now, the producer of cocaine is Latin American countries. To get to Europe, this cocaine is trafficked through air and sea routes, and West Africa is one major hub to get this cocaine from Latin America to the European markets. The goal to interdict the trafficking of drugs and small arms in West Africa is twofold with a positive byproduct. One, it is to interdict West Africa as a market and hub for drugs and weapons. But it is also to interdict the ability of terrorist groups or other hostile elements in West Africa to take advantage of these products to finance their operations. A positive byproduct of these interdiction cooperation efforts is to stabilize governments in the West Africa subregion. And a byproduct of that is making these governments more stable in the long run, opening up their markets for foreign investment, and ensuring that extractive industries in these countries, from oil and gas in Nigeria, to gold in Ghana and Mali, to cocoa and Ivory Coast, to bauxite in Guinea, to make these products available and not vulnerable to governments that are under the thumb of traffickers. Much attention is going on in West Africa and North Africa currently as a result of events in Libya and the downfall of the Gaddafi regime. And there was a concern that weapons left over from the Gaddafi regime are making their way into the hands of terrorists in North and West Africa, specifically elements of Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb or elements of the Tuareg groups found in the Sahel region of West Africa. We have seen high-level visits by presidents from West Africa to the United States. President Obama, over recent weeks, has met with the leaders of Nigeria, Benin, Niger, Ivory Coast, Guinea. And this all comes together to bring a comprehensive approach to engaging governments in West Africa to support their efforts, which in turn support the goals of the United States in securing the West African region. But the ability of weak governments to be taken advantage of by smugglers or terrorist elements in West Africa is an issue that policymakers in the West is trying to address. And supporting and reinforcing cooperation to interdict contraband smugglers is to neutralize terrorist elements in West Africa, such as AQIM and Tuareg, to cut off their ability to profit from the trade of cocaine and heroin and small arms, which in turn minimizes the ability of these terrorist elements to carry out operations, thus safeguarding and stabilizing governments in the subregion, bringing them into a closer relationship with the United States and Europe, and the byproduct, making these countries a more stable platform for foreign investment and the beneficiation of their economies.